For football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. This is fielded at the 27. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return, and the Lions will take over. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This defense for Tampa Bay, they played extremely well last week, and they won the Packers.
And the big thing for them was you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Douglas. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On first down, Douglas. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long, as one of them told us. If I just breathe some bad breath on
the ball, popped in the air and intercepted. And they can't bring him down.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Chubb will get the call running left. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Off the play fake, Douglas. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be sterner with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hopkins. He finds his man. Complete. That's Hughes. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? He's going to go for a big play downfield. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Bucs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Off play action. Douglas. This one deep for Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up to get the sack on 1st down, and a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken around the 12. And I think the ball's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Throwing to start the drive. Douglas. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Douglas. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
To throw on 3rd down. Douglas. Going to look deep for Wilson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Hopkins.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always
in trouble, and he's taken down. Will Anderson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Operating from the gun, Hopkins. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Deron Payne. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Let's take it inside his own 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb.
Down to about the 45.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and John. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Does the big boy have the juice?
Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
And into the... Scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown! Tampa Bay! Trey Palmer halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. Hopkins. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
To throw on second down. Hopkins.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On first and 10, Hopkins. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Hopkins.
Oh, it's incomplete. Within 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Operating from the gun. Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And his kick is indeed good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
They juked him. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Throwing on first down. Hopkins throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
As tight ends go, he may not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
They'll look to throw again. Then his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
McPherson on for the extra point.
It's good, and it's 21-10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And just shutting him off there.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Well, that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now here is another interception.
Down the left sideline.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Chubb. Diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. McPherson now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Operating from the gun. Hopkins.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That is caught.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
Back to throw again.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And my goodness, another interception. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here.
And now here is another interception. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
The pass there over the middle to start things out. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Nick Chubb, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Bucs get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnover.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
They go play action here on first down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw on second down, Hopkins. He finds his man, complete. That's Hughes. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, Lions.
Looking to throw. Hopkins got his man complete over the middle. That's Rodriguez. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Here we go, set. Tracking 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 3rd and 2, Hopkins.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now Chubb running right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building and bullying. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Buccaneers are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, Hopkins. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Looking to throw on second down. Hopkins.
That is caught by Laporta.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And my goodness, another interception. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out, 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from blocking.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
McPherson on for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now here's another interception. And the Bucs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. That one looks like he'll throw here.
To the sideline and incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down to the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
McPherson on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to... And my goodness, another interception. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 139 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.